What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the playoff preview between none other than the New York Knicks and Cleveland Cavaliers, a matchup between the 4 and 5 seed in the Eastern Conference. Very excited about this series, to say the least. Of course, we all know the backstory about Donovan Mitchell almost being traded from the Utah Jazz to the New York Knicks, but he ended up with the Cleveland Cavaliers instead. We know what Donovan Mitchell brings, on the biggest stages, especially, when the lights are the brightest. Of course, the Cavaliers are the higher seed, being as though they are the 4 seed, so the Knicks will be traveling on the road. They do get Julius Randle back, which is something that will bolster their lineup nonetheless. Of course, the likes of Jalen Brunson, who's had one of the better seasons in recent memory from a free agent signing. Now, who is my pick? I'm going to get into that as we talk about the teams and what to expect. And just from a standpoint of where Cleveland was at last year, not making the playoffs, where the Knicks were at last year, not making the playoffs. It's just looking at both teams. I mean, they match up so well. You have your Darius Garlands, again, like I said, your Jalen Brunsons. You have your Emmanuel Quickleys, your Karis LeVerts coming off the bench respectfully. But I think the biggest component that will carry on into this series will be the play of guys like Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, especially for the Cavaliers. You have two premier bigs in the league who are able to rim protect, catch lobs, especially a guy like Evan Mobley who could step out and hit jump shots and three-pointers if needed. With the Knicks, I mean, I'm not going to say Julius Randle will be carrying a heavy load because, again, having a Jalen Brunson as the number 2 guy, in my opinion, that definitely will help what they want to do. Is really, I think the Knicks will go as far as their supporting cast is. Guys like R.J. Barrett, guys like Quentin Grimes, Obi Toppin, if he's, a part of the steady rotation. And, again, I'm curious to see what coach of the New York Knicks does, Tom Thibodeau. I'm very curious to see what he does as far as rotations with this particular team in this series. You could look at, like I said, it straight up and down, man. It's always the 4-5 matchup that's always interesting because those teams are not far apart as far as wins and losses go. I believe it was 2 up, 2 down from how close that the Knicks and Cavaliers were in the standings in the Eastern Conference. And, like I said, I believe that Donovan Mitchell will be, someone that is going to shine bright, when the lights are the brightest. He's one of those players, man, that when the pressure's on, we've seen him score 71 this season. We've seen him in the bubble put on performances for the ages. We've seen him just, emerge as one of the youngest talents, youngest stars in the league today. I believe when you look at it on the grand scheme of things and you say this series has an opportunity to go 7 games. I believe that the Cavaliers are just a tip of the iceberg better than the New York Knicks. I think that the Cavaliers have just a little more than what, the Knicks have. And I believe this goes 6 games. I believe the Cleveland Cavaliers do end up winning this series. I don't see it being an easy 6, but I see it going 6 games. I see the Cavaliers winning and moving on versus the New York Knicks in this particular series. I don't think it's going to come down to too much X's and O's. I really think it's going to come down to what these players that are on the court able to execute. You know, it's going to be about what star players execute more, what players, you know, what all-stars, what guys that you lean your franchise and call your franchise players. It's going to be about what those guys do more in this particular series. I believe the pressure may be on the Cleveland Cavaliers in this particular series, but I don't see, guys cracking under pressure in this situation. Well, I'm not going to say we know what to expect, because last year Jalen Brunson was on a team that went to the Western Conference Finals. So could that be the difference? Who knows? But again, I'm definitely taking the Cleveland Cavaliers in this series. I think it's going to be fun, especially, when the New York Knicks, I always say this, when the New York Knicks are good, I believe the NBA is better. They're returning back to the playoffs for some time in, I believe, the last few years. So it's definitely going to be exciting to see their fan base come out for that. Same goes for the Cleveland Cavaliers. You want to see those mid-market teams be able to, rise and get some notoriety in the NBA. And who better than the Cleveland Cavaliers? I mean, they are some far removed from their only NBA championship, so it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be very exciting. I believe the energy is going to be absolutely insane. I feel like it's going to be a dogfight, and I'm interested to see how both teams play. I'm picking the Cavs in 6, so let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Knicks fans, Cavs fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.